Hello everyone, this is me, Mr. Tyrex here, and we are playing Tails Adventures through the Sonic Gems collection on the Wii via GameCube. And we're going to select our game. Yeah, so I did this gameplay footage before, but I was not too proud of it because the audio was too low, and I recorded other parts of it, and it didn't capture the audio, which I didn't make sure to do, so we're redoing it. We're doing the playthrough. Alright. And this, of course, is a game that takes place in a remote island, which Tails is sleeping, and the Flickies are all around him, like sleeping on a tree slump until... What's that thing? And they're burning up some good forest trees. And look at that background now. The forest is on fire. And now, here is the thing. This is called the Grand Cuckoo Army. And they're bringing out their walker, which we're gonna have to fight. So, let's start the game. I know in North America, this takes place after Sonic, somewhere after Sonic 3 and Knuckles. But in the Japan, it takes place before Sonic 1. I'm pretty much gonna go on the American side and just say, this takes place after Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Alright, now we got we're starting the game off, so I'm gonna use the GameCube analog stick, because I'm not really a fan of the D-pad. Not too comfy with it, if I'm gonna be honest. That's why they came out with like several like third-party GameCube controllers to make you have like the classic feel in case you're playing any compilations of old games like NES, Genesis, or Super Nintendo, for instance, or Game Boy Player games. Game Boy games on the Game Boy Player, that is. Yeah, this GameCube controller is more for 3D games than it is for like 2D titles, but I'm used to it. Been playing with the GameCube controller for years now. Yeah, a bit of a slowdown too. We're gonna get to the first Chaos Emerald in the game, which is not far. It's in the next area. We just drop right down here. Oh, but there is a spring trap right there. No, and I don't mean the Five Nights at Freddy's spring trap. I mean, there was like a spring when you jump down and such to get hit by those angry birds. Yeah, no reference to that either. Hey, now it's another Sega franchise, by the way. Angry Birds used to not be a Sega franchise, but now it is. And the main Angry Bird Red's coming to Sonic Crossworlds pretty soon as a free update. Woo. So there's that to look forward to, and the third Angry Birds movie is coming out yeah, you want to make sure you jump over this thing right here in order to grab the Chaos Emerald along the way. You can ignore some of these enemies, but some of them you have to get past. Like this one, for instance. Throw that fucking thing into his face. And you want to be careful of sometimes when flying, like Tails can fly around. But the problem is, there's wind that can push, that punishes you for flying around the map. So you're going to have to either jump or solve puzzles. Yeah, all that fun stuff. So then we got our first Chaos Emerald, which means our flight meter and health have increased. And we are at the first boss. As we hear the music, let's head down there and face that Grand Cuckoo Walker right there. Or Battlebird Armada, whatever the fuck they're called. And I know in the Archie comics they're called the Battlebird Armada, which I prefer that name instead of the Grand Cuckoo Army. And look at that. We took out that boss like a joke. We just kept spamming those bombs, and that's pretty much it. Tails won't take that much damage from the boss. As long as you get that Chaos Emerald, you're pretty much golden. And here's Volcanic Tunnel, but we're gonna equip some things. This is Tails' house. We're gonna... Yeah, we are equipped by default. So we don't need to equip things not yet. So let's head to the Volcanic Tunnel, which is pretty much like a temple setting. As you see right here, the volcano. It is like the volcanic area. And they're annoying bats in the game. They're not as annoying as bats from Castlevania nor Ninja Gaiden annoying. Like, they take off a tremendous amount of health. But they could still be annoying, as Tails can get knocked back in this game too. Just FYI. And the hammer. Quite a useful thing. The hitbox is pretty big for those bats, not batniks. They're not batniks because the Grand Cuckoo Army work by themselves. I know in the Archie comics they did loosely work for Dr. Eggman, but yeah. And in the Mobius comics, which is my personal favorite fan-made comics, which brings the best of all worlds of Archie, IDW, and Fleetway. And it is pretty much my personal favorite. They don't work for Eggman, they actually work against him. And they are pretty damn selfish. So, yeah, pretty much the Grand Cuckoo Army and Dr. Eggman don't like each other in the Mobius comics. And they turn against each other in the Sonic the Hedgehog 2 adaptation. It's a great series, the Mobius comics, and I would give it a read right there. It's worth reading. Just belongs the best of all things. And look at that. Look at that. Like, sometimes the hits can be a little bit off in this game, which is kind of bullshit if you ask me. But I digress. It's only a minor annoyance in that game. Look how... And this is where I'm going to show you T-Pup. Pretty much, I call this thing T-Pup. It is named Remote Robot, but of course, Archie Comics. Tails named that thing the Remote Robot T-Pup, which he made in the Tails Adventure adaptation. It doesn't take place in the classic era, it takes place in the modern era of the Archie comics, using Tails' post-Sonic Adventure design rather than the classic, as the comic was made back in 2009, or in fact I think 2010. I don't know. And you see there's some more annoying enemies right here. Just gonna fly my way upwards, and kind of a little rusty at it because I don't play it like crazy, because it's been like 2 weeks since nearly 2 weeks since I last played this game. So yeah, I kind of get rusty at games at times. But I do have enough oil to play this game, to do the playthrough. I'm just a casual gamer after all. Oh shit. You see the knockback right there? Fucking knockbacks are so damn annoying. And take these enemies out. Alright. I don't like these annoying assholes right there. And yeah, this lava is so fucking annoying. Alright, and this is where you pretty much walk across, and don't panic. Just walk across. Don't panic, don't stop. And look at that, we got another Chaos Emerald. And that means our flight meter and health have increased. And we deal with those stupid bats right here. We could skip that entire area right here. You see? Look at that. I think its best bet is to... And... yeah. I think I'll use the hammer. Oh, no you don't. No you don't. Oh, good thing that bat didn't reach me. And knocked me back down. Anyway, off to Mount Poly. We're just basically playing this non-stop. And I could kill 2 birds with 1 stone. I had to make the pun right there. Yeah, I could just whack him with my hammer. It's good that I could get the... Alright, this is where you want to use the bombs for those birds that could throw 3 pellets at once. I'll throw 3rd one, and that's the best time to attack that kind of bird enemy right there. And as you see that item right there, we can't get it yet. We need something to destroy it with. And that's going to be later in the game, and that item is mandatory for the final level. To get to the final level, that is. And we're going to go straight. And watch out for that bird right there. And we got the helmet. Not really useful there either. It doesn't, like, deduct your health. In Tails Adventure, most of the enemies don't do that much damage. And this is where... what will damage you heavily is the spikes right there. As you saw right there. And watch out for the birds. Boom. Pretty much, I will... yeah, you gotta be precise with the hitbox. And there we go. Watch out for that one. Oh, shit. You saw that sliding thing? Alright. This is where you want to be careful, because we have less than half our health left. This is where you want to make the jumps. I'm gonna skip that bird enemy. We don't really need to face him. Alright, we gotta stand at a spot for precisiveness. There we go. And we're gonna go right up here. And there's more bird enemies. And more of these assholes right here. Alright, we're gonna make our exit right here. So that way we can get out of here. And go back to the spot we were at. Alright, now since we're back at the spot, let's destroy it. This area right here. And head right to the next area. Got that bird anyway. Boom. Alright. It's best to destroy as much enemies as you can right here. And on the way down here, destroy that bird so we can get that next item coming up. And that is the super glove. And about that Knuckles thing, by the way, all you do is throw a punch. Alright, so I had to backtrack a little bit because I messed up by going to that previous area. So, about Knuckles' ability, the Knuckles ability, if you equipped it, all you get is like a very fucking short range punch right there. And it's absolutely useless. That you're better off using your bombs, your wrench, the hammer, or other abilities in that game. It's the most useless ability in the game. Alright, this is where we want to be careful here. Just a useless item in the game. I could pretty much just fly through here. These birds can really be annoying to deal with. Who throw who shoot like 3 pellets at you. Alright, this is where you can skip that area. And we're gonna head to the boss fight. There's the second boss of the game. And this is the Battle Lord 16th, also known as Speedy. So for this boss fight, what you want to do is pretty much dodge his attacks whenever he's doing that barrel roll attack, or whatever the fuck it is he's doing. You just make sure you dodge whenever he's off the screen, like that. Yeah, pretty much just go up and dodge. Oh, okay, this is the most dangerous area because of the spikes. Ugh, look at that. I felt like I had no Control and Tails ability. Alright, there we go. We're unsafe. We're safe now. Are out of the hardest part right here, so that's good. That was the hardest part, by the way, is before this whole platforming. But once you get to this part, you're pretty much good. And the boss fight's done. And Speedy drops you another Chaos Emerald. So everyone, this will be it for this part. As you see, Speedy retreating back to where he is. And we're gonna, and watch this, that's our T-Pup just transformed into the Sea Fox. We're gonna equip the Vulcan gun, and we're gonna get ready. Watch T-Pup go out there to the lake and transform into the Sea Fox. And this will be it for this part. So everyone, this will be it for this part. So this is me, Mr. Tyrex, signing out. Peace out and enjoy.